Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Spartan Times. I'm Eli, and I'm your host for this week. Stay tuned for a well-developed PSA. Starting off, we have a Spartan Spotlight showing off the talents of Ariana Gonzalez.
I find art really relaxing, and I don't know, it's just kind of my thing to escape from all the stress because I can just put whatever on a piece of paper and basically just have fun with it. I started getting into art maybe when I was a little kid. I don't really remember. I've kind of just been doing it my whole life. And then ever since then, I just progressed with it. Freshman year, I did volleyball and then art club, I think. Art club in TSA. And then last year, I did mainly just wrestling. And then that's the same this year. But now I'm participating in AP art, so I have time to participate in the art hobby. And then wrestling is mainly my thing that I do. So I really like this art piece by the way the colors go together. It uses a lot of color theory. And the line and how simple it is. It's like, it looks simple, but at the same time, there's a lot of detail and a lot of faces. Like my favorite one is to the far left. And then I really like the blues. So this one isn't really that much, I guess. We have a theme in AP Art where we have to do 12 pieces on it, and I'm doing it on pollution. So I decided to take a lot of newspaper cutouts of gas and pollution and everything, and then paint an oil slicked bird, I guess, to kind of convey that whole theme. So, yeah. My main challenges are wrestling because I find art really easily, but wrestling is one of my I guess biggest accomplishments, and I also work very hard in wrestling because it's not an easy sport, but at the same time you get to learn a lot of things, especially from my coaches. My dad and my stepmom, they really support me in what I do, and without them I don't think I would have the motivation for art and academics and wrestling and all that. Don't let people tell you what to do. Just do what you find passion in, because if you really love something, just work with it. Try to work with it for the rest of your life, you know.
Thanks, Sam, for that inspiring story. Speaking of inspiring, let's hear a word from our counselors who have a story on depression awareness.
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, dude. Did you do your homework?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, bro, you good? Like, you don't look like yourself to me.
Dude, I don't wanna talk to you. Please just leave me alone.
Hey Spartans! It seems today that many people of our own generation are suffering due to depression. Depression is caused by personal problems, self-esteem issues, and bullying. I'm here today to talk about how we can help fellow Spartans going through a tough time.
So I'm a licensed professional counselor giving services to kids here who are experiencing depression. So I do have a lot of kids that come to me experiencing those things. Depression is something that happens based on what's happening in your environment, what's happening in your body, what's happening in your relationships. And so you can hear how complicated depression is, right? So a really good way to deal with depression is to talk about it with your friends, with your teachers, with somebody you trust. It's important that you get it out. Another way is to express yourself. If talking is not your way of communicating because it's hard for you for whatever reason, express yourself in other ways. It could be movement, it could be playing a sport, it could be staying involved with your friends, it could be the expressive arts, which is painting and drawing, doodling, playing an instrument, singing, dancing. So what's important about depression is that you don't let it keep you stuck, right? You have to kind of move it out of you.
First of all, to be there for them and to ask them what's wrong. And also, if you tell them if you've gone through something similar like that, for you to tell them what you've gone through, so that way they don't feel alone and they know that they have someone that they can trust and rely on.
Depression is a problem many teens seem to face today. But little by little, we could do something about it. Before we head back to the studio, here are some symptoms that you could recognize and hopefully help someone out.
Thanks, Gino, for reminding us that there's help and hope. Now, let's take a look into the Robotics Club.
My favorite thing about engineering would have to be the coding that we do with the robots and making them move and do things.
One fun thing we did freshman year was we got to build things. Like we got to build like a lot of puzzles and like different designs that we got to make ourselves.
So right now we're doing a year-long project where we get a real-world example or problem and try to solve it using a new innovation or creating your new product to solve that problem.
To me, engineering is like learning how to build and create your own ideas and put them into like making your ideas into actual things.
Engineering was basically where you use math, science, and technology, incorporate all of them into solving new ideas, creating stuff, and doing other innovations.
To me, engineering is about the design and building process of our current world. In this world, everything that you have is built through engineering. I see it as the most important thing in this world. Other than that, that's about it.
Engineering. We make the world go round.
Man, that was cool. But you know what's not cool? Underage drinking. Let's see a PSA from Madeline and Stephanie. I'm Eli, signing off. See you guys next week.